everyone, and welcome back to Neurodiverse of SSS. I'm your host, John Navarro. And boy, with SmackDown a moment. We had a killer opening match. We had two big surprises. And we had the moment of the year. Because the one and only AJ Lee's back, guys. The queen of the skips. The woman who started the women's revolution. Everyone's favorite female wrestler, AJ Lee, is back. Guys, AJ Lee, after 10, almost 15 years, is back in WWE. And it was a killer way to end the show. We will get to that. I know I'm hyped. That's the main part of the review, but we will get to that. We'll geek out about that. But the show was killer overall. And I'm going to be honest. This SmackDown could be the show of the year contender. So let's talk about it. So we start the show off with John Cena coming out in Chicago, saying that it's his last time in Chicago. He have a lot of history. He debuted in SmackDown. He faced CM Punk in the Chicago crowd at Money in the Bank. He did a bunch of U.S. title matches. And then boom, Sami Zayn pops out. Not in a disrespectful way to interrupt, but like saying thank you so much for everything you do for WWE and SmackDown. As well as he gave Sami Zayn his first title opportunity. So he wants to repay the favor by challenging John Cena in a U.S. Open Challenge like John Cena used to do. John Cena's hesitant. The crowd gets hyped. Sami says, come on, one last time. And Cena's like, yeah, why not? Why not go after the U.S. title one last time? And then it leads to the match. So we get the match of Sami Zayn and John Cena. It was everything you wanted. Callbacks to old John Cena matches. Okay, we got lockups, reversals, close calls, back and forth. John Cena hits a back suplex, kind of like what he did when he versus Kurt Angle, like a sideways slam. He hits a GTA on Sami. Like, we're getting really old school, like John Cena, like hints during the match, like little like motifs to John Cena's history. I loved it. And then Sami was aggressive. Both of them fought. We didn't know who was going to win. I didn't know. I thought, like, would John Cena maybe win the championship or not? Like, it was really, like, on your seats. But then the one and only, the monster, Brock Lesnar shows up, the beast incarnate, and just suplexes everyone. F9s everyone.
You what?
And then backstage, he says, you know what? John Cena, be ready. I've WrestlePalooza as you and me one last time. Oh my God, guys. We're getting John Cena and Brock Lesnar at WrestlePalooza. Plus Stephanie Valkyrie and Io Sky. And then in the main event is more likely we're going to get that as at WrestlePalooza. Like, this show is starting to be leveled up. And it's everything. Just wow. Then we got the match of Aleister Black and Damian Priest. It was really quick. Like, right away, like, Black and Priest fought during each other's entrances. Aleister pretty much beat the hell out of Priest, but Priest was able to still fight. They was going to cancel the match. Priest, you know, Puerto Rican bad that he is, you know, like, mi gente. Like, he was going to put up a fight, and he did. It was good. Like, back and forth, throwing, herd. Damian Priest was trying to do choke slams and, like, Rager Edge slams. But, like, Aleister Black kept moving out of it, slick, hidden kicks all galore. Damian Priest hits old school from the top ropes, even a Rager Edge on the table. But at the end, Damian Priest is about to choke Aleister Black. Aleister Black uses the referee as a distraction, hit the Black Max for the win. I want this match again. Maybe we could do it at WrestlePalooza, maybe a street fight, maybe an ambulance match. But this should be on the WrestlePalooza card. Like, Aleister Black and Damian Priest should be on the card. Like, a nice little opener or, like, pre-show match. But those two, the storyline is continuing. I love it. And then we get women's division chaos. So Tiffany gets interviewed backstage. And she pretty much talks about how she beat Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill's gonna get a rematch next week, but she doesn't care because at the end of the day, Tiffany's always on top, Tiffany time. And then Jade is arguing with Nia because they see it on the TV. And Jade says, well, it's finally my moment. And then Nia's like, well, you lost to her, you could lose to her again. Kind of like that whole storyline of Jade cannot pick up the win against Tiffany. This storyline's getting really stale. I'm only going to say this now. If Jade can take the title or somehow we get a stipulation with all three women, like, I'm not saying, but like, I think Tiffany Stratton's title reign is kind of dull because she has barely no competitors. Like, it's no one that can really go against Tiffany. So if that's the case, maybe like something happens. Maybe Bianca Belair returns, hopefully, because the storyline needs a little bit of a freshen up. It's getting too stale. Then we get the women's U.S. title match, and Giulia and Michin put on a show. Okay, Mia Yim and Giulia, their wrestling gear was on point. I love Giulia's new gear. Like, it's really cyberpunk techno. But the match was brutal. Both women just started punching the hell out of each other. Giulia hits a killer back neck breaker on the ring apron. Michin was hitting some kicks and some combo like moves. She caught herself on the ropes and almost hit like a springboard, like drop kick. Like, these girls put on a fight, and near the end it was crazy. Both women headbutting each other. Giulia hits Northern Lights bombs, at least two of them. That didn't work. Michin hits the Eat the Feet. That doesn't work. And near the end, Kiana James gets involved. And Michin hits this killer Parakarana, almost taking the head off of Kiana James. But it led into the Divana Vici by Giulia that looked devastating as hell. I loved this match. And at the end, Giulia picked up the win. But Kiana James and her beat up Michin. And nobody came out to save her. I really want the women's U.S. title more on SmackDown. Like, Giulia is a great wrestler. Like, she should be booked better. Like, that match against Vega, now this match, even though it's a short match, Giulia brings that intensity that we need on the women's division. Can we at least, I'm going to say this now, like, let's put Vega back in the title picture to help Michin. They get a triple threat. Michin or Vega takes the title, and then Giulia goes straight for Tiffany, or we keep Giulia as U.S. champion into WrestleMania. After WrestleMania, Giulia gets the WWE title. Not now, but like, if they're going to start booking Giulia to have the WWE title soon, they need to book her as a really good U.S. champion. And then, guys, we got the moment of the night. The moment of the night, or the moment of the year. So Seth comes out in the crowd. He says Chicago sucks, CM Punk sucks. And it's only one woman who is the best wrestler of all time, who's the best woman wrestler, who defines woman wrestling, is his wife, Becky Lynch. So Becky Lynch walks out. She's getting all hyped. You know, they're teasing the crowd, really heel tactic. But the crowd chants, we want AJ. AJ Lee chants. Becky gets fuming. She says, how dare you? She haven't been here for almost like 10 years. I've been working my butt off. You guys suck. Chicago sucks. Everything sucks, like CM Punk. And then Punk comes out, and Punk says, Becky, I told you not to get in my business. And why is your husband being a coward watching you do his work from the band, from the crowd? And Becky's like, you don't want to be in my smoke, like da-da-da-da-da. You know, Becky's trying to be the man, like big tough. And then she gets in Punk's face. Punk says, you know what? I could break out Bayley. The crowd boos the hell out of Bayley. Oh, I can break out Rhea. The crowd boos Rhea. We all don't want Rhea. We all don't want Bayley. We all don't want Lyra. He's naming these women. And he's like, I have family or people that can fight too. And Becky's like, I can fight anyone. Bring anyone to me because I can beat the hell out of them. And then she starts getting in Punk's face, slaps him multiple times, like almost like headbutts him, saying that you can't do nothing. You won't hit a woman. Chicago sucks. You suck. You're a weak, pathetic person. And Punk says, I would never hit a woman, but I know someone who will. And then the music hit, and AJ muttered Lee showed up, okay?
Oh my
She
God.
looks good. She looked like she never missed a day in the ring. She came out, the crowd was ballistic. She skipped down to the ring. She did her little skipping motif. She skipped a little bit around the ring. She went on the ring post. She did the thing when she sits on the ring as a little rocking chair and waves. It was a moment. It was given 2010. It was given like that good 2010 like wrestling vibe, like the wrestling that I grew up with. Like that's my generation of wrestling. So like that was just iconic. And then Becky looks terrified, and then AJ Lee jumps the hell out of her, beating the living ever out of Becky, pulling her hair, head banging her, going full ballistic, go full crazy. She's screaming. She hits a sliced bread after slapping the hell out of Becky. She licks her hand and slaps the hell out of Becky. She hits her. Yo, the way that she beat Becky up, Becky looked like she was knocked out for next week. Seth is coming down, but Seth can't do nothing because Punk is watching and he's right by the ringside, and Seth is too much of a coward to help. So, Punk looks at Becky and says, "Look what you did now." And then Seth picks up Becky, walks away, while Punk and AJ celebrates in the ring. I cannot wait. This most likely will be the match at WrestlePalooza. Who is the better wrestling couple? And guys, this was a moment. We never expected AJ Lee to ever come back in WWE. It's been a long time coming. I'm happy to say that AJ Lee is finally back. We miss her, like the fans miss her, like we all do. Like, let's be honest. She's helped the women's revolution. She is an icon. She's the moment. And for her to come back was iconic. I just can't put it into words. And now she's gonna get to team with Punk in a match. We never expected CM Punk to come back. Now both of them back in WWE. Anything is possible. It's just like a moment of pure joy. Like, wow. Like, it was just a moment. Just full of happiness, energy. And I cannot wait because she looked like she never missed a day out of the ring. When she fought, she fought. And I cannot wait. Hopefully this means she's on Raw next week and like we just build from there. But to be honest, there's a lot of things that AJ Lee could do after this feud. She could go into the Royal Rumble. She could win the Royal Rumble. You never know. Maybe she goes in a women's war game match against Team Becky. Like, it's so many matches that AJ Lee can have. AJ Lee versus Alexa Bliss. AJ Lee versus Roxanne Perez. We all know that's a dream match. AJ Lee versus Bayley. We need that rematch from NXT. It's so much stuff. I'm just going to say it now. That was a moment, and I cannot wait. We got the Queen back in WWE. We got Brock Lesnar and John Cena going at it one last time. Priest and Black are destroying SmackDown. They're demolishing it. And Giulia is showing why she shouldn't be underestimated and she should be on the mid-court. She should be put more on TV. So is Michin. While other superstars are kind of being lackluster because the storylines. But that's pretty much my review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And come on, guys. AJ Lee is back. So let's celebrate. Let's have some fun. And boy, I cannot wait to do my reaction of WrestlePalooza. Because if that's the match, that should be the main event. And I'm just sorry I'm geeking out. But I will see you guys next time.